So Tom Aspinall knocks out Sergei Pavlovich in the first round. Again, I picked Aspinall, but I did not expect a first round knockout. I mean, that wasn't even like the Yuri Alex knockout where there's like a little bit of controversy. It was definitely a TKO, not a KO, but this was a knockout, like a straight up flat line. And you could just see the speed difference immediately whenever the fight started. But the first thing that I was thinking was, oh my gosh, Tom Aspinall's chin was in the air. Like he was pulling away from those punches with that massive reach of Pavlovich. And I was like immediately, because I picked Aspinall to win. But then after I saw him pulling like that and just having his chin so far up in the air, I immediately was like, yep, he's going to knock him out. Like, as in Sergei Pavlovich is going to knock out Aspinall. And just because, like, you can't do that, especially with a guy who has a longer reach than you and clearly has a power advantage. And he got caught once. He felt the power. He adjusted, but he was just so much faster and more athletic. And it's just, that's what I was saying, in my last video, that it's just in this day and age, yeah, you can be a Taito Ivasa, you can be, a Derek Lewis, and you can be in the top 10. But whenever it comes to the top of the division, like for the past while, like with Daniel Cormier or Stipe Miocic or John Jones now, you can't just have power. And I know that Sergei has improved since his one loss, but man, it's just not enough whenever you're that much slower than your opponent and that much less skilled. It just, especially in the heavyweight division where like everyone has knockout power pretty much, it just at that point just doesn't matter at that point. But man, Tom Aspinall is going to be a massive superstar. And at this point, something that I haven't even thought about yet is the whole John Jones situation. Because if Tom Aspinall wants to sit out and wait for John, that's probably what they're going to try to do. But I think everyone considers this to be the real heavyweight championship. Because these were the top two guys. The top two guys are not necessarily John Jones and Stipe, and it's certainly not Stipe. John, it's still question marks on like how good he is, but it's like at this point, no one is going to want to see Stipe versus John Jones, and everyone is going to want to see John Jones versus Aspinall. Like that is absolutely the fight to make. So I really hope they make that fight. But honestly, with the UFC and Dana White, they're very hard-headed. But that is the fight that's going to make the most money. So now that I think about it, they might actually make that fight.